Good morning, dear students. Welcome to the science class. Today, we continue our discussion on chapter 2, that is matter around us pure? In this chapter, you have already learned about what is mixture. Mixtures are constituted by more than one kind of pure form of matter known as a substance. A substance cannot be separated into other kinds of matter by any physical processes. Again, we learned about the types of mixtures, homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. We also learned about what is a solution. A solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. We also learned about the properties of a solution and the concentration of a solution. Today, we will learn about suspension. What is a suspension? A suspension is a heterogeneous mixture in which the solute particles do not dissolve but remain suspended throughout the bulk of the medium. A suspension is a heterogeneous mixture in which the solute particles do not dissolve but remain suspended throughout the bulk of the medium. Here you can see the example of mixture of chalk and water. This is an example of a suspension. The particles of a suspension are visible to the naked eye. The examples: milk of magnesia, fog, mixture of chalk and water. Let us see the properties of a suspension. Suspension is a heterogeneous mixture. The particles of a suspension can easily be seen by the naked eye. The particles of a suspension scatter a beam of light passing through it and make its path visible. The solute particles settle down when a suspension is left undisturbed, that is, a suspension is unstable. They can be separated from the mixture by the process of filtration. Next one is colloidal solution. What is a colloidal solution? The particles of a colloid are uniformly spread throughout the solution. Due to the relatively smaller size of particles as compared to that of suspension, the mixture appears to be homogeneous. But the colloidal solution is not a homogeneous mixture, but it is a heterogeneous mixture. Though the mixture appears to be homogeneous, but they are not homogeneous, they are heterogeneous mixture. For example, milk. Because of the small size of colloidal particles, we cannot see them with the naked eye. But these particles can easily scatter a beam of visible light. The scattering of a beam of light is called Tyndall effect. Here you can see the Tyndall effect. The path of the light becomes visible. Here in this diagram, this A is solution of copper sulfate. The solution of copper sulfate does not show Tyndall effect. This is mixture of milk and water. It shows the path of the light. So these particles can easily scatter a beam of visible light. The scattering of a beam of light is called Tyndall effect. And colloids are heterogeneous mixtures in which the particle size is too small to be seen with the naked eye, but is big enough to scatter the light. Let us see the properties of colloidal solution. A colloid is a heterogeneous mixture. The size of the particles of a colloid is too small to be individually seen by the naked eyes. Colloids are big enough to scatter a beam of light passing through it and make its path visible. They do not settle down when left undisturbed, that is, a colloid is quite stable. It is not like suspension. They cannot be separated from the mixture by the process of filtration, but a special technique of separation known as centrifugation can be used to separate the colloidal particles. So these are the properties of colloid. Colloid is a heterogeneous mixture. The size of the particles of colloid is too small to be individually seen by the naked eyes. They are big enough to scatter a beam of light passing through it and makes its path visible. They do not settle down when left undisturbed. They cannot be separated from the mixture by the process of filtration, but can be separated by using the method of centrifugation. So Tyndall effect can also be observed when a fine beam of light enters a room through a small hole. This happens due to scattering of light by the particles of dust and smoke in the air. Tyndall effect can also be observed when sunlight passes through the canopy of dense forest. In the forest, mist contains tiny droplets of water which acts as particles of colloid dispersed in air. Here you can see the Tyndall effect. So the components of colloidal solution are the dispersed phase and the dispersion medium. So dispersed phase and the dispersion medium. The solute-like component or the dispersed particles in a colloid form the dispersed phase. The solute-like component or the dispersed particles in a colloid form the dispersed phase, and the component in which the dispersed phase is suspended is known as the dispersing medium. So we can classify the colloid according to the state, solid, liquid or gas, of the dispersing medium and the dispersed phase. So the classification is based on the state of the dispersing medium and the dispersed phase. A few common examples are given below. Let's see. The dispersed phase is liquid, the dispersing medium is gas, the type of colloid is aerosol, the example fog, clouds, mist. Dispersed phase is solid, dispersing medium is gas, aerosol, smoke, automobile exhaust. Dispersed phase is gas, dispersing medium liquid, type, form, example shaving cream. Dispersed phase is liquid, dispersing medium is liquid, type emulsion, example milk and face cream. Dispersed phase solid, dispersing medium liquid, type salt, example milk of magnesia, mud. Dispersed phase gas, dispersing medium solid, type foam, example foam, rubber, sponge, pumice. Dispersed phase liquid, dispersing medium solid, type gel, examples jelly, cheese, butter. Dispersed phase solid, dispersing medium solid, type solid salt, example colored gemstone, milky glass. Dear students, this is all for today's class. Thank you.